Why the world make me feel misguided? I can't hide it, I'ma shake the globe, change it. Why they don't share this? Who else know this? I smell rodents, I'ma shake the globe till they feel it.
What's up, everybody? This is the Misguided Podcast. We intend to guide you to a better future. The purpose of this podcast is to do exactly that. We will dive deep into the stories of entrepreneurs and highlight what makes them successful, but also pinpoint mistakes they've made and how to improve them. Our goal is to make you start thinking about building generational wealth through business. I hope you enjoy, and if you do, please rate this podcast and leave a review. And now, let's get started.
Yo, this is the Misguided Podcast. We intend to guide you to a better future. My name's Jawan. I'm sitting here with Malachi, an artist from Merced, 17-year-old prodigy, man. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
It's great. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come here. I know it's been a busy one, so we won't keep you too long. But yeah,
thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to sit here and talk, but first, I like to always give the audience an idea of kind of how I ran into your music, right? And share that story. So, one is I saw you open up for Gino in Berkeley. And for those, people know Gino's a really close friend of mine. I gave him his first mic ever. So shout out Gino, love you, bro. And I always go to his shows in Berkeley. And so it was really cool that he brought some people that I had no idea about. And to see you guys perform on that stage, you know what show I'm talking about? I know you probably opened up for a couple, but was that Cornerstone?
Exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that was really cool. And the vibes was great. He always has a really good crowd, and I really love that. So we still got to get you up here. He's a terrible texter, so we'll get him up here. But then, I saw you there. I was like, damn, this kid's fire. Yeah. Followed you, and then start seeing you pop, and then obviously start seeing the stuff with LaRussell, and then went to LaRussell's backyard show, one of them. And saw you perform again, and I was like, damn, this kid popping up everywhere. Like, you feel me? That's he's getting love from everyone that I know. You know what I mean? So everyone that I love, he's getting love from, which makes me love you. You feel me?
Right.
And then I started listening to your music, and it was really dope, man. So that's kind of how I got introduced to you.
Interesting.
And yeah, how long have you been doing music for?
It feels like forever, but like 6 years probably.
Yeah,
6 years since I was 12. Yeah.
And how'd you get into that? Was it just like people at lunch just freestyling and stuff, or what?
I always been into music. I always been like writing, but it was only like I guess my father that started like actually taking me serious and pushing me toward it. So
okay.
Probably my dad.
Okay, that makes sense. And tell me a little bit about like kind of the music in your household. What was it? What was it like? Was it old school? What were we talking about? You can even just point to one if you want.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Not a damn thing on this wall.
What?
Nothing.
These are crazy ones, right?
Bro, I'm telling you.
No Temptations?
No.
What?
Nothing. I'm telling you, my mama was strictly like country and Keisha Cole for real.
Oh, okay.
And then my
mom
dad
was Keisha Cole too.
When my dad, I don't remember it like early, but when I was 12 and we actually started rapping together, he was more of a Nipsey Hussle, Meek Mill.
Okay.
So nothing on this wall. Not that I don't
know. Yeah. Your parents are probably, I don't know how old they are, but I would assume they're in a different age bracket than like my mom, right? You know what I mean? So it's transitioning the time, right? Yeah. So that's cool though. Like I grew up with a lot of Keisha Cole from my mom's side, but my dad, he was like into a lot of reggae music. He was like into a lot of, obviously Tupac. He was like, oh, I'm friends with Tupac because I'm from Hayward, so my dad would club with him and stuff like that. But that type of music mixed with reggae, and that was his thing. Yeah, and then my mom straight R&B. You know what I mean? So
that's the mamas be on that, especially black moms.
Oh man, but the country thing is. I'm starting to like it, dude. Like,
I love country,
bro.
So much.
So who are some of your favorite new artists that like just came out of nowhere?
New, okay. I couldn't say they new, but like the people that I listen to, probably like Morgan Wallen, cold.
Yeah, cold.
I'm feeling Kane Brown as well. He
Okay.
hard. There's this group called Rascal Flatts.
Oh, okay, I gotta check that out. I
Love
heard
them
of
niggas, bro.
Okay.
They cold.
How many is in the group?
I think it's like, I don't know, it might be like 3. I know it's like a guitar player, a drummer, and a singer.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta check it out. I've been listening to a couple girls. They got some fire like black women who do country music that like popped out when Beyonce released her song. And so I think one of them's like Tierra something, but I've been listening to a lot of like girl country music. I love Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
And Shabuzi.
Yeah.
Been fucking with Shabuzi a lot. I mean, he like mainstream now, but like I fucks with him.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't mainstream when I saw him. He did that TikTok song.
Right.
And
I found him first. Man.
Yeah, I found him first. So that's all that matters. So country cool though, man. I didn't relate to it. I didn't understand.
It's hard to
understand it in the beginning. And maybe because I didn't hear black country music.
Yeah.
I heard the other country music.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now that I kind of been in that, I've been liking it. But
we was just having a conversation about that. A lot of country is not relatable, especially to a black man. It's like, bruh.
Yeah.
What Mike G said is beers, your son, and something else. Just things of that nature. It's like I couldn't relate to that as a 6-year-old. So I was like, turn it off.
Yeah.
As we get older, I feel like it's starting to change a little bit.
For
like
sure.
Morgan Wallen is dropping some shit that's like, I feel you. I done been heartbroken about a female before.
Yeah. Like 2 weeks ago. Like I got you. Nah, that's what's up. Have you kind of started to incorporate that into your music yet, or not?
Country?
Yeah.
You know what? I would love to. That's super cool. I think country's hecka cool. I just want to like make stuff I love, so it can happen.
Okay. It's a vision. You gotta. I feel like once you get in there and you start making music constantly, then you're like, oh shit, I kind of want to try this. Like I've been doing this for a while, right? And step back and try this, the country music or maybe pop or something. You know what I mean?
I heard.
But yeah, man. So like, tell me a little bit about kind of who influenced you music-wise personally. Obviously, you had your parents kind of listen to 2 separate things. What about you? What made you the writing style you have today?
What like influenced me early? Probably Lauryn Hill. I found out about her through this nigga called The Rap Critic. He used to just break things down all the time, and I was low-key a hater with that nigga. But then I started listening to Lauryn Hill, and I was like, nah, this is really good. Why was he hating?
Yeah.
Through that, I just found like so much more old stuff. Like I listened to a little bit of John B. Like the things that influenced me probably would be like Lauryn Hill, Meek, Jigga, Westside Boogie, Lil Russell. That's probably like my 5 that was like really in my head when I was rapping.
That's fire. Okay. It's such a wide array.
Yeah.
You go from Lauryn Hill to West Side Boogie. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's funny. I like it, but you gotta have that though, because then it gives you a lot of options, right? And you can kind of branch out and work with other people, which is really cool. Obviously, those are some of the top people you'd want to work with. Are there any other people you kind of like are like, I need like that has to be on my bucket list? Obviously, there's a bunch, but like
people that I'm like I really want to work with them. Actually, you know what? I got a few people. I just did a song with Clayton. I don't know if you know him, but he a producer. That nigga's a dog. And I mean, I already did it, but I want to work with that nigga. I want to work with Elise. She a dog, or 3 Elise. There's a few people. Dang, I would love to work with Westside Boogie, bro. Yeah, like, that is a.
I think that's so doable too. Like you're that's gonna happen for sure. Cause the 2 styles is just right there.
Yeah, I gotta get one with Gino too. I gotta get one with Gino. But
I feel like you don't have one already.
Nah, I don't got one yet, but we gonna get one.
Hey, that's easy. That's easy.
I'm just gonna pull up.
It'll be in the bay like so. Okay, cool. And then I wanted to ask, like, what have you learned in the short amount of time of being in this music industry? I know, like, you've only been rapping for 6 years, but I feel like, and you obviously just moved here, right? So congratulations on
Thank
that.
you for that.
Like, the last couple of months, I've been seeing your face everywhere.
Thank you.
Right? So, like, what have you learned in that short amount of time? Is it like a big surprise, or did you know this was coming? 2 questions. Sorry, bro.
No, you right. Nah, I would say, I guess I knew on some level. I didn't know what it would look like, but I knew something was going to change at some point. Like, my dad was always a big believer in, like, you keep rapping, someone gonna see you. And that was just it. That was the consistent sentiment that he gave me from 12 to 16 until 14 when I met LaRussell. Like it was, you keep rapping, someone's gonna see you. And it's like, okay. And he was like, one day your life gonna change and it's gonna feel like it's just changed out of nowhere in a day. But you gotta be ready for that. So it was like,
he prepped you.
Yeah, it was always like, I'm wondering when this day gonna be. I always thought it was gonna be soon. And it's like, nah, it's just, I found that right now, it's like steps. It's really just a constant growth thing to where it's like, yeah, it's changing, but it's not super quick. It's like, this is happening and this is happening. It's like the saying that LaRussell told me, it's John Talagan. It's like, you're building a staircase, so you're not just gonna build one step and then sit down like, damn, I built a step. That's crazy. You just keep building. Yeah. And it's like, that's what my life has been, just a series of steps that I've been taking to continue to propel myself forward and the people around me forward as well.
You don't think like a 17-year-old. When do you turn 18?
Oh no, I'm 18 now.
Hey, he's 18. Correction, he's 18. When did you turn 18?
Grown man, nigga.
Yeah. Congratulations.
No, thank you. I turned 18 June 7th, so about a week ago.
All right, recent.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you don't think like, you think very mature for your age. That's good to have people around you like your father that kind of mold you into that. For me, it's crazy because like as I get older, I look at life more and more like a calendar. For me, how it's very correlated to the steps analogy, right? Like for me, my to-do list is check everything off my calendar, right? I add it to the calendar. There's interviews in the calendar, as you know. And then my next thing, right when I get home, I have like 6 more things in the calendar. For me to have a successful day, those things need to be completed, right? Yeah. I can sit down at the end of the day and be like, damn, I did do all these things. I did build that step, but tomorrow I got another 12 things on this calendar. So for me, life has been a calendar to where at the end of some time, whether it's a year from now, a year and a half, whenever I make it big in whatever I make it big in, I can sit and be like, all those steps and calendars and appointments I took put me here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yes, exactly. So I think I think those are very similar and I can relate in some aspect.
That shit is life.
That shit is life.
For real. You can't get around taking those steps.
For sure. Your relationship with your parents, what you talk about your dad a lot in the songs. What's kind of been your relationship with your mom, if you don't mind sharing?
It's been interesting. Yeah. I love my mama, so it's like I always love my mama. We've been good. I moved out earlier this year. I went to live with my dad because I felt I couldn't focus a little bit over there sometimes. So it was like, dang. And
do they both live in Merced?
Yeah, they both live in Merced. Nice. And it was a weird transition because I always been with my mama.
Always been a mama.
It's always been home. Same. So you feel me? But outside of that, my mama loved me and she supported me and she really loved what I do. We had a moment at I think it was the first show that we ever kind of like threw by ourselves. And she looked at me after I was done. She was like, I understand now. And then she just hugged me and she was crying and I was like, damn. She was like, you're not my baby boy no more. And I was like, shit.
Damn, I'm about to cry right now. Don't do that.
That was good.
Now, me and my mom, we gone through some things, right? And so like I can, like to hear that from someone you've been wanting to hear that from. Yeah. That's the,
It's a relief. It's like, damn.
It's like, okay, now I'm validated. Let me just hustle more.
Right. Now I'm good. Now you understand.
I got the sign off.
It was crazy.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I really like that. Shout out to mom. Shout out to pops. And my mom's too. But that's really cool. I want to get back to the story. You said your pops was telling you, since 14 or probably even before that, but you met LaRussell in 14. Tell me a little bit about how that came about at 14, because you're 18 now. You just moved here. So that's a long, couple years.
For sure. I might have met him when I was 15 because it was summer. So I was either 15 or 14, something like that. But, he texted me. Tieta found me through Thizzler.
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah, he texted me and he was like talking about a live session. And I was at a point where it was like people would tap in, but they'd never follow through. So I was very like,
you were like hesitant, like
And he was just like, let's get it done. And he was adamant. So I was like, let's do this shit. Like I talked to my dad and when we got there, it was just a different energy. It was a different vibe. Like it felt like I was a puzzle piece and I finally found where I was supposed to go. And it was like, that's my tribe. When I was there, it was like, I don't want to leave. But it continued to grow in that feeling, and it's like now I'm actually out here for a while. So it was like, it was just a crazy moment, bro. It was a moment in time that I'm never gonna forget, and I'm just forever grateful for.
That's what's up. So when you got there, you did your freestyle. What happens next?
What happens? Oh, okay. So I did my freestyle. Oh, we did 3 songs. We did Hood Cry, Cry No More, all that. That's off my first EP. Then we I don't know. He just started inviting me. We just started talking. We kept in contact. Like, he was a person that I just talked to, like, asked how he was doing, how was your day. It was like a friend. It was one of the first ones outside of my town that I ever had. So it was like, we just kept in contact. He would invite me to shows. He would invite me to go do stuff with them. And you feel me? It just grew from there. And over 3 years, it just progressed. And he like became more of a tight friend with me as well as everybody else in the GC crew. That's just like, it was great. It was a great time.
That's what's up, man. I liked it. And then as these 2 years are, I guess it was like 2.5 years are progressing, while you guys are keeping in contact, what are you doing? Are you doing the same type of stuff? Is this motivating you more to where maybe you're changing the way, not necessarily how you move out there, but like, you're like, damn, like I'm feeling good, man. Like shit's going good. I'm doing more shows. Maybe I'm connecting more out there, or maybe I'm connecting more outside of Merced because this was the first contact out of Merced. You know what I mean?
It was, when I got home after, it was always just like a battery in my back. I'll say that for sure, because I wanted to just keep writing. But however, in my head, the only way, because I had been doing it for so long, the only way to continue to grow was to just rap and post. There was nothing else that I could do. I didn't feel like I could set any plays because that wasn't where I was like, that wasn't my job. I was never able to. I didn't feel like I could set up a show because it wasn't my job. I was never able to, it felt like. So it was just like rap, post, rap, post, rap, post. It was never anything bigger than that. And so it was like, yeah, put a battery in your back, but you building sideways or you building up?
I got you. We got to take a short break and then we're going to start it again.
Look, passion for composing a story. If they take me far, I make it, she'll be telling it for me. Learning lessons from my people that had did it before me, so I could do this shit correctly. Some love me and some reject me. I'm blessed and I am a blessing, no matter how flawed I am. No matter my tone of voice, tone of skin, and how dark I am. Been dishonest at times, and I notice how wrong I am. How wrong it is to be selfish, withheld the truth, couldn't help it. You played the hand you was given, but I'm the nigga that dealt it. I'm the nigga that lied, you the nigga that felt it. Why I lied to Josiah, why I lied to my dad, why I lied to Micaiah, just trying to save my ass. And scared if I show my flaws, I probably won't have your last, probably won't have your hearts. I probably be feeling bad, byproduct of doing bad, byproduct of hurting people and doing some shit that's whack, subjecting you to my crap. I was looking to the sky, plan on growing that fit rain. They was drowning, I was swimming, they looked as if I'm insane, like I'm supposed to drown with you. I tried to come get you, and now I can't breathe, can't believe that I'm fit to make it through the water. Oh, so pitiful. Could've hold my hand, but hold me down too literal. Operate from spiritual and exist on the physical, and do it all for when I'm getting to. Give me some time.
Yo, this is the Misguided Podcast. We're going to guide you to a future. We are back with part 2. Want to kind of follow up and kind of just, obviously you're so young in this game. So there, on this podcast, we like to talk about mistakes in business and kind of mistakes in what you're currently doing. Just because anybody can hop on social media, anybody can hop on TikTok and Instagram and see that you're living well, you're performing, you're doing things with artists that people only dream of, right? And they see you're doing well, but sometimes people don't know the other side of it, like damn, like I'm literally working 24 hours a day, or I'm traveling a lot, I miss my niece, I missed her graduation, stuff like that. They don't see the real transparency part of it. Or damn, I just declined $1 million deal because it wasn't for me. Right. So I want to get into that, and obviously you're young, you have a lot left to kind of deal with. But what kind of mistakes, have you kind of experienced so far? Like it can be as little as a split sheet. Like when I was rapping and starting to get into that, I would hit up producers and we wouldn't do split sheets. It was just like, bro, your shit dope, my shit dope. Let's dope. You feel me? Like, and obviously, like we discussed before, like Spotify really, the money ain't like that. It's not nothing crazy. But like, I'm sure LaRussell's introduced you to that because that's what he's about. How has that been for you, and what's the difference?
It's been great. It's been amazing, like just being able to learn and receive all the information. It's a lot to handle, but at the same time, see, look, and I say that now, but it really isn't. When you get down to it, it's just a lot of work to do, but it's a matter of how bad you want it. Yeah. It's not a lot to think about. You can do a split sheet if you want to do a split sheet. Like, we've been doing homework since how old? You feel me? Like, it's just all of that. People feel like it's grueling and it's too much, and some people don't like that shit, like the paperwork of it, but it'd be like, it's what you got to do to get to it.
Or even, not even the paperwork of it, just the initial conversation, right? Of like, damn, I thought we was vibing. Yeah. Like, oh, I thought we were cool just based on our conversation and the music. You were freestyling to my beat. So I automatically thought you weren't going to ask me for something like that and make it professional.
Oh, yeah. See, look. No.
You know what I mean? but like, that happens.
Yeah, no, I feel you. No, like, I respect it.
Yeah. Someone comes into the studio, you're rapping, like, and y'all just like, damn, that beat's dope. Let me just freestyle to it or something. Yeah. And then you do it, and then it's kind of hard to just have that, hey, all right, here, sign this real quick. You know what I mean?
I hear that, and it's like, I mean,
what do you say in that?
Like, I don't see nothing wrong with having that conversation, especially with a split sheet, because it's not like I'm telling you to sign a contract and we're doing a joint venture or like anything of that nature. Like, we're really
I'm asking you for an advance or some shit like that.
No, we're just making sure that we're both getting what we deserve from our art. And it's like, I don't have no problem. A nigga that had a problem with it probably is trying to get over on you.
Delete my shit. Delete my shit.
Delete my shit. No, fuck no. Get the fuck on. Like, nah, that's one thing I would not go for. And it's like, I heard Pharrell say, like, business without creativity. What did he say? He said creativity without business is like waste of time, and then business we create. I don't know what the fuck that is saying. But
he's not the quote master.
I'm not the quote master, but he said some shit that resonated with me. But yeah, nah, I'm not doing it. You gotta, and you have to do business, because it's like, that's the other side of this. It's music business. It's not just music sometimes, and it's like, especially when you're trying to take it to a different like plateau, you have to.
Yeah. Question. And I felt like I struggled with this too, and struggled with it a lot with a lot of my different businesses. Is just when you're doing something you love so much, and that transition into making it a professional business to where it's more of a business than the actual love. That, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
Writing in I'm sure as a kid you would write and go record maybe in the closet. That's what I did, right? Set the mic up, closet, I need my silence, this is my piece. And now it's more of like, hey, this is a job, or, you know, it's becoming that. Has it become that yet? Does it take away the kind of emotion that you felt as a kid rapping, or have you not reached that point yet?
I still get the feeling of, I remember just the feeling of writing a rap.
Okay.
And you love it, is just a different feeling. That never is taken away from me, because it's like I'm always happy to do it. Finding my peace, finding my way, coming of age, can see through my speech, see through my face. I run a play and put on the cleats like every day, but wondering when it's gonna happen for me. When will it happen for me? Ain't nothing I can't have, ain't nothing out of my reach. That mean I do all I want, that I be all I can be. I talk to God with my pen, he showed me all I've been yearning for these days. At times I wish I had a replay, but time waits for no one. Luck knows no one. It's all karmic and it's all aligned if you know some. So I can see that in a little time I'ma blow up, that I'm gonna have the bread all around me like a cold cut. You know what? It's time.
We're back. I want to transition though out of split sheets and start talking about some of the lyrics in your songs, and then kind of piggyback off that. So I'm going to read you some stuff. One of the things I really liked was it's in the song called Special. Okay, really stuck out to me. Loved it.
Thank you.
That song, you mentioned all the children misguided and all the guns misused. Obviously, it stuck out to me. The Misguided podcast. I want to know kind of what space were you in when you wrote that? And was there like a point? Was there like an article or something that just kind of made you write that?
Nah,
it was constant.
That's been the theme of my life. Seeing that, like, I grew up with my niggas, and I love them. Shout out Riley and free my niggas. He was just misguided. I feel like the streets got it to him. It got like to him at a younger age, and it was like it was a messed up thing to see because I watched him grow and change and be more involved in one thing than the other. Like, he's a great football player. He was good at rapping. He was always happy and smiling. So to see it go from that to now I got to text you through a jail app, it's like crazy. And it's just off of him being in the wrong soil, not his parents or anybody around him. It's just, it trickled down.
Yeah.
And this is the product of it. Same thing for a few of my other friends. And it's like, I just continuously see like my niggas dying or going to prison due to just being misguided and not being shown other things. All we've seen is niggas go to prison and sell drugs and get shot. So it's like, how can we do anything outside of that? I've been lucky enough and blessed enough to have a father that'd be like, nah, you not going that way. But so many did it that it's like, even if I'm just doing it,
You can feel the effects of the others around you.
Because you have no choice to get friends, and so it's like you just end up hurting on behalf of them. And so it's like so imperative that I stand in what I'm doing, and the fact that you don't have to go those ways to get money or even just be okay or find a living. You have to just find what you love. You have to find what you have to and what you like love, and not what you know to do. Because what you know to do might not end up being what you need to.
Quote.
Come on.
See?
Come on.
Bro, it just happens naturally. And then sometimes I think it's when you start talking passion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like the music. You can quote. I mean, your lyrics are fire, so you're lyrical. So
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's fire. Speaking of lyrical, I need bifocals to see that I'm special. Why do you think it's so hard for us to see ourselves as others do? You mentioned it's all about perception, but why do you perceive yourself differently?
It's hard for me to see myself as others because I've been existing as myself for so long. Like, I'm so used to everything that I do and everything that I produce that it's like, oh, well, this is just the shit that I do. And I feel like sometimes I get attracted to the things that's like more negative than positive. So rather than jump into the comments that are like loving and amazing, I might jump to a comment that like talked crap about me, and it'd be like, damn, why did you say that? Maybe it's true. And then you discredit the loving comments because, oh, this is my cousin. She probably just commenting for this.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, these people are saying this is true, but you just jump into that. But I feel like it's just because and also because it's like hard when you around greatness a lot. Like I'm around Russell and I'm around and I get to see, or even just listening to your favorite artist, it's like, damn, why can't I get this? But you're not supposed to have it.
But I'm sure LaRussell tells you too, like he gets comments too.
He be flashing back on Twitter. I love it. He flashing back. So like when people just don't understand, you know, and I think that, I mean, that's kind of the form of where people can't get along is one, miscommunication and understanding, right?
Yeah.
Of like, okay, I have this point of view, but because you have your point of view, you can't understand mine, right? And so I think that's where a lot of the like tension between just people, right? It doesn't have to be red versus blue or, you know what I mean, Republicans versus, I almost said Dominicans, but Democrats. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, fact.
Okay, no, I really like that. I really like that line. Another one was on the song "What We Doing" with LaRussell and P-Lo. Shout out to them. I thought I would want another deal at the time, but I don't really want to sign. Let's get into it.
I said pocket veto all on the side.
My bad.
You good?
Yeah.
No, it's not even. I really love that line. I'm glad that you heard that.
Let's talk about it.
Nothing against the people that signed me. Love to y'all. It's just, you feel me, it wasn't aligned for me.
But where you signed by?
His name's Coach E, Eric Stewart. He runs Extra Records, and it's like this smaller label out of Vallejo, and it's like, it was solid. Don't get me wrong, like they kind of got me out there. They got me started. So it's like nothing but love for them, but you know, it's just not for me. It wasn't for me.
Do you mind talking about when was this?
This was when I was 14. So they signed me when I was 14, April 17th.
Damn, that's pretty young, dude.
Yeah.
That's dope. Congratulations on that. That's fucking fire. Well, one, even though it didn't go as well, but that's really cool. And do you mind kind of sharing the details about like why it didn't work? Like,
And obviously, what's not for you?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so we did our first 2 projects. It was 209 and It's Mally, cool gravy. Then we end up like, also I'll take some credit on my end as well.
Accountability?
Yeah, accountability.
See, you're too mature, man. Too mature for
just
me.
due to the fact I was a bit younger.
Okay.
I kind of got caught up in just wanting to do it a certain way,
Okay.
rather than like wanting to do it another way. Like, I'm not a fan of posting. I don't even like social media like that. So like, posting was always like, but
I'm the guy who posts like 30 stories a day now.
I gotta be. I gotta be. It's like a matter of sharing yourself. Right. Like, it was more like sophomore year, junior year. I was supposed to be posting a little bit more, and I didn't. But then we tried to put out a project, and there was complications on their end, and it just wasn't aligned.
Okay.
And that's okay, because it's like, you feel me? I get to progress now freely.
Obviously, you probably can't talk about like the deals and numbers and everything, but was there any type of advance?
Yeah, it just wasn't no advance for it. It didn't advance me.
Okay, it didn't advance you.
It was some change. It was some money, but you know.
Bruh, that is the funniest shit ever. It was an advance, but it didn't advance me. I love it. No, and the reason I ask is because a lot of people, obviously, they want the $1 million advance, but when they get the $1 million, they really don't spend it to reinvest in themselves.
Heard.
I'm gonna go buy a car. I got the $1 million. We sign, mama. Here you go, a house. All that stuff, right? The traditional story we hear. So, if you don't mind sharing, maybe what did you do when you got the advance? Whatever little change it was, whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. I got like $400. Look,
what?
And I'm 14.
Wait, $400.
$400. I think it was 5. It was 5. I think it was 5.
I don't even care. I don't even. That's taking advantage of a 14-year-old. That's what that's called. I'm gonna say it so you don't have to. I'm gonna say it. So I'm sorry about that, but okay. So what'd you buy though? I know you remember.
I actually don't. I was like 14, so you know, I'm just getting cash. I was just getting taxi cabs. That's probably where most of my money went, just moving around. Because it's like,
but you got to go to Merced to Vallejo all the time, right?
Not even just like moving around town. Like,
okay.
When I have the money, my father likes to make me move independently because he wanted me to understand it.
I love it.
So it was like, you want to go there? Better call a cab, call an Uber, do what you got to do. And
okay.
You feel me? After a few months of that, it's like $10 a cab. Like,
yeah.
You got to do is spend that like what 10 times?
Yeah, inflation too. I got it now, so I already know. I got you. Another one I liked on Real Life featuring LaRussell, Jane Hancock. Jane, I'm still waiting on you. We got to get it done. And Hit Boy, shout out Hit Boy.
Come on.
The kid working. They told him child labor laws, get away. Which kind of is going to bring me back to this last quote.
Right.
I mean, obviously they took advantage of that, but what did you mean by this? Is there a story behind that? Because I was curious. I was like,
there's not really a story behind it. It's just like, feel me, some niggas just be uncomfortable with young niggas like doing their thing, you know? Some niggas
doing their thing.
For real.
I got you.
Some niggas just be uncomfortable with it or like aren't receptive of it. There's people that don't like me. And I don't know if it's because I'm young or but they sometimes be some old niggas that be hating and be like, why?
Yeah.
I
got you.
And then that's why after that I'm like, about to talk about the game from niggas that ain't never played. It's like,
yeah, and it's also crazy because like you being so young you're not a competition to the older people that are already there.
It's never a competition.
I mean, rap can be a competition.
I mean, I don't know. Not for me. I mean, it's sport. It's sport.
But the Kendrick shit. But
even then, I don't know, because I don't even see myself getting in the beat. For me, I feel like I'm running against myself.
Well, I don't think, I think that's where the difference is I don't think beef has to be competition.
Then what would it be? Sport.
I play a basketball game. I played college basketball. When I played on the basketball floor, it wasn't beef every time we played against each other.
It's still competition.
It's still competition.
Heard.
See, quote master. I'm quote master 2.0. But no, yeah. So like, I think rap can be a sport, and I don't necessarily think it needs to be competition from younger generation to the older generation to the younger generation, right? And so to see kind of some tension or conflict there, I didn't even know that it really existed like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's never just one person, and it's never going to be one demographic.
For sure.
Of course, it's just like sometimes there's going to be young people hating on you, sometimes there's going to be old people hating, because their haters don't discriminate due to age, like, but it's just they everywhere. So
drop so much music, niggas think I got a clone. I've been trying to get a win, I've been beating up that road. All your shit crashed cause you ain't been following the code. I was hella young, roam the city on my feet. Still do not get paid to rap on beats. Niggas like the kitchen till they dealing with the heat, but I slide through and hold that shit down. I'm on the block with the Wolf and the Crocs to match.
So I want to move on to a segment called Hella Misguided. Obviously, we're from the Bay, so we say hella. But typically in this segment, I ask the same question to each entrepreneur and business owner that comes up here. But this question is kind of different because the question is typically, what would you tell yourself if you were to write a letter to your 18-year-old self?
Oh, damn.
Right? So now we got to go a little back, right? So what would you tell yourself if you were to write a letter to your 12-year-old self?
Do what you love and nothing outside of that. Nothing outside of the realm of what you love has to be done.
Okay. Now, my question would be, was there a point between 12 and now that you kind of started to do outside of what you love?
Yeah. I sometimes subjected myself to other people's opinions. And with that, you can always expect yourself to either, if you run with it, you can expect yourself to feel like, I guess, like misplaced. Because now I'm doing what you want me to do, not what I want to do. And I found myself always trying to write a freestyle or trying to write the hardest line or write something that's going to make somebody go, ooh, but it's like, nah, I'm going to just write what make me feel good. I don't got to hit a nigga with a punchline every time. It's life. Let's talk about life. And after I got outside of that, I feel like I've been feeling good. So just do what you love.
You kind of just brought it full circle to one of the first questions I asked about when does it become a job? And kind of trying to find it back to that love. You kind of just said that, like, hey, I kind of ventured outside and I want to drop this hot line so that it's a pop song and everyone sings my shit. But then you were like, why am I doing that for them? Right? Kind of making it a job within yourself. And then you kind of got back to that, and that kind of brought it full circle.
So in that case, the answer to that question is it becomes a job when you stop doing what you love.
See, I like that. That's fire. Okay. Okay, I like that. That was a great answer, dude. And you're the youngest person I had up here, so that was the first time I had to switch the question right there. Yeah, man. Making history already, dude. I want to talk 5 years from now. Okay. Where do you see yourself in the industry?
In the industry.
Or even outside.
I want 5 years from now. Ooh, see, look, I don't know, because I want mad projects out. I want to have a lot of projects out. I want to have worked with a few people. I want everybody that I said I wanted to work with. I want to work with them by 5 years.
5 years?
And then I want to make a creative arts studio in Merced.
Okay.
And I want to continue to like help younger people or younger creators in general, just like in Merced. And I don't know. I just want to help them grow because I feel like I was a young nigga in Merced that was looking for guidance for a while, and all I had was my dad, but he doesn't have all the connects that I could have in 5 years. So in 5 years, if I'm able to take this home, when I take this home, and I bring it to them, it's gonna be like a nigga that's 12, that's like me, that's really want it. He gonna be able to get it. You're gonna be able to break any song you want to. You're gonna be able to record it. You're gonna be able to do whatever. And it's like when you're able to do that at such a young age, you have no choice but to go up if you're ready to eat.
Yeah. That's facts, dude. That is facts. How far is Merced from me? I don't even know. It's like 2 hours? Yeah,
2 hours, 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that answer. Like, giving back. And that's crazy because I was going to ask, like, what's your idea of giving back to the community? But you kind of just answered it. Yeah, I like that. And I see why you and LaRussell get along so well. You feel me?
I heard you.
Like, you guys are thinking the same. I mean, lyrically amazing. And you care about the people that's around you. And you I think you mentioned your dad like 100 times in this interview.
Right.
Shout out Pops again.
Yeah.
But like, what's his name?
Alex.
Alex. You said it's so shy. Alex. He's like, I don't call him. You know, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. No, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Right? And it seems like he really gave you a lot of guidance. Did he ever try to be a rapper?
Yeah, he did.
Or he might have been. I'm sorry, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, and how did that kind of go for him? What kind of held him back or pushed him forward?
Yeah,
he gives you advice on.
He never really gave me advice on anything, but like but like rapper stuff. So like if we writing something, he like
change this or something.
Not even like change this. Just like sometimes it's okay to be less intricate, and sometimes it's okay to be more intricate. Because there would be times where I was kind of like I would like go too hard left or go too hard right. He'd be like, bro, you can do whatever you want. Like you can do anything. Like I remember one time I said Mali, and he was like, why don't you say Malachi? It probably fit better. You can do that. Yeah. Like it's like,
oh,
like
okay.
that.
Just I got you. So, that second voice, you know, sometimes you need that though, because we get so tunnel vision when we're writing and we're like, it got to sound like this. But then a lot of we kind of block out a lot of the noise that could be like helpful.
Fact.
Because we're like trying to stay. Well, I want it this way. This is how I feel at the moment, as opposed to, let me write this down and then maybe let me go take a step away and get some fresh air and come back to it because I might think differently. I'm not in that tunnel vision. You feel me? So that's really good. And I think that's really good that he's kind of letting you figure stuff out on your own. Yeah. Because you need that independence.
Definitely.
Right?
That's been a constant theme in his parenting and my mother's as well. Just like letting me figure stuff out on my own. Because you feel like it's like, I'm about to be a man, or I'm a man.
Became a man, bro. Exactly. Hey, old ass man now.
Right, I'm uncle now, so it's like man, you gotta go out and get it. And he always been like adamant on that, just like always going. Like we worked at the flea market for a while, and it was like, if you get up and you come get this money, I'm not getting you nothing. Like I'm not going to get you no soda, I'm not getting you no candy, because you could have came to work and you didn't. Yeah. So it's like that, being that person for me has always been great.
That's amazing. He's always been great. That's amazing. I want to talk about, so you're so in the beginning of your career. Is it fair to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. You're in the beginning of your career. And I always ask that because emotionally, you know, you've been doing music for 6 years. That's a lot. Yeah. So you putting in the work, but you got to put in the work to get to where you are, right? And so I want to ask, like, where do you see your streams of income kind of coming next? Right now you're focused on music. Are you releasing merch? Are you obviously shows? You've been doing them already, stuff like that. What's the building was a cool idea. Tell me about your next streams of income that you're kind of chasing right now.
I want to start up my merch. I wanted to.
Can you shout it out?
Oh, so you finna start making merch for Creekside 7. That's also my album, and that's gonna be the company name. So just watch out for that, because it's on the way. Is this an exclusive drop, right? This is exclusive. Oh, exclusive. I respect it. Okay. So yeah, definitely watch out for that. I want to. Oh, I'm finna drop the project. I'm gonna do it through Even. So shout out to Even as well, because that's a streaming income, and it's like, pay me for my art, please. Yeah. That's all I ask. And I'm gonna drop it on DSPs as well. But if you want to on Even first, if you want to come get it from me, come do that. Another stream of income, probably shows, and even just these. I'm not like opposed to people paying me for it, because it's like, it is my time, and I'm worth a little something. I think I'll just get me right a little bit, you know. But nah, this was to me pretty much that, I think. Okay, so we got merch, shows, features. features. I'm always open to features, and I got a feature request link, so if you ever want to tap in, please do. It's in my bio. Holla at me. Got you.
And man, you can't forget obviously it's within 5 years, but giving back to your community and renting out that space or doing whatever you got to do. I think that's goals to me, because I'm in real estate. So like that to me is really cool. And especially like I was even talking to Russell about real estate and trying to help him with that and giving a place for people to stay, you know, when they come and do his backyard shows and stuff like that. I think that's just so cool to like be able to maybe give back. Like one of my things, and it is going to go back to one of our favorite artists, J. Cole. Yeah. One of the things he did back home was with the single mothers and having a place for them to stay. Like, I want to get there so bad, because my mom was a single mother. Yeah. And so that cuts deep in being able to see Russell do stuff like that. You have a vision to do that. Me trying to align that down the road, like, it's cool. You know what I mean? And I respect that. So
yeah, thank you for that.
For sure. We are gonna wrap this up pretty soon.
Something that I want to touch on. All right, I could go a bit deeper into this, because it's very imperative, I think, for artists, is that you really consistently do what you love. Don't do what the next nigga love. Don't do all the suggestions that you like. I don't know. It's like, do what you love. And as artists, we know if we love something. You'll write something out and you'll be like, this shit crazy. And then you'll hear an opinion and be like, maybe it's not so. No.
Yeah.
It's like, bruh, it's just a matter of knowing yourself and taking the time to understand, like, you're worth something and your opinions matter, especially towards your art. Your opinion your opinion does matter the most. It's your art at the end of the day. Do what you love with it. Do not let anybody play you out of it. Understand the business so you don't get fucked over, because niggas get fucked over every day because they try to cheat it instead of understanding. Just learn. It'll be way better for you, and plus you get to say you did the work rather than you did a cheat code. You left down right up your way to the top.
Yeah. It literally goes down to understanding.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people, that miscommunication, right? Because they can't understand each other. I think that's why I like doing this.
Yeah.
Like, there's no money in this for me.
Yeah.
Where I post it, there's no money. I don't get anything from this shit, right? I spend my time here, right? And I ask for nothing in return, right? Even from the audience. I don't ask them to go buy shit. I don't ask them to do anything, right? I just really enjoy having these conversations that are a little bit more open. Hey, instead of me coming and saying, when's your next album coming? What do you expect it to be on there? Who's the features?
Yeah.
That bullshit, right? I want to have a real conversation so that people can get to know you, because we get to know you from the inside of your music, but I feel like it's almost like the Slim Shady and fucking Eminem shit, where those are almost two different people. Because, and I say that like treading lightly, because obviously when you go down and you write, it's you, right? But like, it's almost of a kind of persona we sometimes can put on subconsciously.
I hear you.
And it all goes to storytelling. How do I want to tell my story? Or how do I perceive how I'm viewing my story, right? And it was really cool to see the Eminem album come out last week with the Guilty Conscious 2, where he was like telling Slim Shady, stop thinking like this. But sometimes we have those thoughts and we put that shit in the music, but that's maybe not how we really think, right? We call bitches bitches, hoes, but I can sit down in front of someone and not really think they're a bitch, right?
So fact. Definitely.
So I think I really enjoy these type of conversations. And I think if people were a little bit more relatable and personable, then we can understand each other a lot more.
Fact.
You feel
Definitely,
me?
100%.
So that was good, man. I really like that. Like I said, you're very mature for being 18 years old, and that's why I ask a lot of these people that question is, what would you tell yourself as an 18-year-old? Because if I can go back, be a lot of things I do differently. A lot. And I know it's super cliche for a lot of people to say, like, I wouldn't change anything. Like, come on, man. If you knew what it could be on the outcome, you might, although it might stray something else. But I think life is about learning.
Definitely. And even me just being mature, which I have my very immature moments.
So do I know. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but it's just like, that's just a product of me being blessed enough to have been poured into so much from so young. And even blessed enough to be able to receive it and being open to the information that was given to me. Like, since I was 6, I've always been somebody that talked to adults and took what I could, because it's like, you gotta learn. And it was never that in my head. It was more of, I'm just interested in what somebody has to say that's been alive for so long, much longer than me.
That's true.
But like, it turned into like, now I'm just receiving everything and I'm starting to understand life more. And so when I was able to do all of that, because now I just hang around older people. Like, I've never been a nigga that was really just around my peers. And so it was like, I got to learn. And now from that, I'm like a different person than most would say, but I don't know. It's probably an 18-year-old out there just like me. Shit. So
I got you. Yeah, that's true. They like, you got to think it, like, thinking that way is really cool. Like, damn, I'm really not the only person that is thinking this way or even in this position. There's probably someone else out there like me. And so for you to share your music, or your story through music and these interviews and being social on social media is really cool. You know what I mean? I respect it, man. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Let everyone know where they can find you. Give your socials.
Okay. So you can find me on Instagram at Malachi, MAL4CHII. You can find me on TikTok as the same thing, but with a 1 at the end. So it'd be MAL4CH1. And Malachi in all caps on all DSPs. It's in YouTube as well. So just tap in with a young nigga, you know?
Can people call you Mally, or is that like only family?
Yeah, only family. I don't care. It's a nickname.
Because you say it in your songs all the time.
Yeah,
so I was like, yeah, okay.
It's my name. So
All right, good. Well, you guys heard it here. This is the Misguided Podcast. We're into to guide you to a better future. It was a blessing to sit here with Malachi, aka Mally. Make sure you go check out his new music and his new exclusive and his merch. Man, he got a lot of shit going on.
Come on.
Go check it out, all right? My name's Juwan. This is Malachi.
Yeah. Finding my peace, finding my way, coming of age, can see through my speech, see through my face. I run a play and put on the cleats like every day, but wondering when it's gonna happen for me. When will it happen for me? Ain't nothing I can't have, ain't nothing out of my reach. That mean I do all I want, that I be all I can be. I talk to God with my pen, he showed me all I've been yearning for these days. At times I wish I had a replay, but time waits for no one. Luck knows no one. It's all karmic and it's all aligned if you know some. So I can see that in a little time I'ma blow up. Then I'm gonna have the bread all around me like a cold cut. You know what? It's time for me. I noticed that the past aligned for me. God got me and he shine on me. Fate of Mercedes in my hand and it lie on me. Torn on ties, I can't lie. This shit tied on me. I had grace for those who switch sides and tell lies on me. Always love for those who stay beside me and who ride for me. Human and hurting still. In my head learning still. Nigga, I push through. Nigga, I got the will. Promise I got the strength. You can see it, become it so I can be it. For everything that I'm seeing, I'm putting on for my region. I'm bringing it home. Bringing the food. Proceed to feed them. Boy, I'm finna blow. Play-Doh and infinite. Still finna go. I'm not done. I got plenty more. This what y'all looking for? Someone to give y'all something y'all didn't know? Well, nigga, I'm the one that got the glow. If you ain't know, nigga, now you know.